Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started at 9:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I was ready, and then I wasn't ready. We started posting on X, and next thing you know, it was like 8:56, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not ready." So I had to push it back to 9:15. But here we are. We'll get rock and rolling. If you're new to the live stream, awesome. Welcome. If you're returning to the live stream, even better. Good to see you back. We will cover Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks, anything else that jumps out at us on the watch list. And on the second half of the live stream, we will cover your chart requests. So stick around for that. Make sure to put in all the details of your chart requests: ticker symbol, asset name, asset class. Are you long? Are you short? Are you waiting patiently? Blah, blah, blah. All the details so that we can search for it quickly and then talk about it. Talk about your situation through my lens, right? So if there's not a lot of chart history, then probably won't spend too much time on it. But help me with algorithms. I would appreciate it. Smash the like, repost, restream, share with your friends and family. And good morning, by the way. Good morning. Thomas Hatdison restream posted. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Always reposting the stream. I appreciate that. Where we at? Let's not forget to pin the live stream to the post. I mean, the live stream, pin the post. There you go. We'll make it through. Don't worry. So, what are we looking at? This is the Bitcoin monthly chart. We've been covering Bitcoin every single day. That the market has been open, that we've been doing the live streams. So none of this is new, but there are so many people finally flipping that this is a bear market. Well, it only took Bitcoin to be down 41% before they finally switched, right? I'm showing the monthly chart because it's extremely lagging. So by the time the monthly chart had a sell signal at the end of January, if you waited for that, price is already down, what, 38%? And was price down 73,000, and it went just slightly below, almost 42.5%, right? You're really late to the party. The thesis was in October that price is going to come back down and retest the blue line, right? We are now, what percentage? We're about 20% away from it. So we're a lot closer to retesting the blue line than we are making a new all-time high. And that was the main thesis. Do we have lower targets? Definitely. We have target 4, which comes in right around the 200-week moving average. And then we have longer-term target 5. That would have, is potentially, if it hits longer-term target 5, similar to 2022, longer-term target 5 is around $40,000. So we'll see if that happens or not. But the main thesis is retesting the 200-week moving average. After a retest the 200-week moving average, assuming it does, obviously none of this is financial advice. Obviously, this is for educational purposes only, and hopefully have a little bit of fun along the way. But making fun of me for pronunciations, blah, 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 right? So assuming we retest the 200-week moving average, then we'll see how it plays out from there, right? And so after that, that's like the capitulation month. June 2022 is like the capitulation month. It seems like February is capitulation month. So started with a tiny baby wick up to 79,570. As we talked about, it's not how the candle starts, it's how it closes. And it started with the wick higher. People are hoping that, it's been 4 bearish monthly candles in a row, and hopefully we get, the 5th one is not, right? Well, it's early in the month, but we're already down, right? So this could be capitulation month. It already seems like it is, because even the bigger accounts that, only by the dip or their perma bulls or whatever. Just seems like capitulation month is happening where they're saying like, oh, it is a bear market now, right? So they're even saying it's a bear market. We're no, we're down, we're below 73,000 now. So this could be the capitulation month similar to June 2022. In hindsight, June 2022 was when all those companies got liquidated. And in hindsight, if we see price come back down to $58,000 and retest a 200-week moving average this month, maybe this month, maybe next month, we don't know. We don't have a magic crystal ball. But if it were to, then this month or next month, we may see companies come out that they also liquidated. Either they went bankrupt like Celsius, Three Arrows, BlockFi. I was having a conversation with my best friend via text today. Him, my wife, and my dad all share the same birthday. Crazy, crazy. My best friend of 29 years met my wife more than 10 years ago. And of course, my dad, I've known my whole life. uh, they all share the same birthday. That's insane. That doesn't even make sense, right? But it's easy for me to remember. I don't forget anyone's birthday. So there we are. Big day, big day, big day. And the household all is still trying to recover. I didn't get the cold as bad as my toddler, my baby girl, or my wife, and the nanny got it the worst, right? The nanny got the worst. So hopefully she's been slowly getting better, but Saturday was a rough time for her. Hope everyone gets better soon so we can get rocking and rolling. But I feel fine. I feel fine. Lingering effects, but I feel fine. There's not a lot of support until 71,500, 60,000, $58,000, right? So that's the monthly chart. We'll work backwards today. Normally we work forward, but since we're already on the monthly chart, bearish engulfing candle is not bullish. A lot of people fought me on the bearish engulfing candle up here in October. I don't, I get it, right? I get it. Well, this was a bearish engulfing candle. Yes, but price did go lower and retest the trailing dots. Was there a bearish engulfing candle over here? No, there was not. There was a bullish engulfing candle over here. Bearish engulfing candle came back to retest the trailing dots on the 3-week chart. Bearish engulfing candle, price came back to the 200-week moving average. So there's not a lot of support on the 3-week chart until you start seeing 68,640. Red trailing dots, red trailing dots. So possible. 2-week chart. There's not a lot of support until you start seeing like $69,000, right? What else? But we've already taken, like we talked about yesterday, we already took out this pivot point. We already took out this pivot point. We already took out this pivot point. So it's been making lower highs and lower lows, right? So that's the 2-week chart. Weekly chart. Not a lot of support on the weekly chart until you start seeing 71,000. So you kind of see the theme, right? You start seeing the theme. So that's 71,000, couple hundred-ish, all the way down to, 54,000 is a big, area, right? A big area to come back and retest. Hasn't really retested this area since the breakout over here, and it seems like it's going to retest it. And we talked about it could be very fast. We said this at $81,000. At $81,000, there were billions of long liquidations down to 66,000. And that move could happen fast. And it is happening relatively fast over the last 3 weeks. So pointing that out, when did I point that out? 81,000, right? whatever it was, 81,000. Now it's dropped almost $10,000 since then. So it's happening faster. The momentum is to the downside. I know a lot of people want to say that, oh, it's a good time to buy. Well, it's a better time to buy than 123 when we were talking about the reversal, but it's going to take time for the ship to get turned around. And oh, Mighty Kurt, good morning, good morning, good morning. Do you think? Hey, Jesse. Nice. Thank you for misspelling my name. That always makes me feel better for when I mispronounce your name. Lucky Look 7159. I do think we have possibility for some upward price action just to make new lows. What does it take? Also, can you do? Yeah, but the bounces are getting sold off faster and faster. And it's the momentum is flushing hard to the downside. And so, you know, we're into target 3 right now. Longer term target 3, we're fully into it. So could it bounce at target 3? Maybe. Maybe it pushes through target 3 and then bounces back up to retest it. Maybe. But we'll take a look at it all. USD ZAR. Yeah. If you could give me more details on that, so when I search for it, update about metal. Which ones? Which ones? Gold, silver? No problem. No problem. Most of the time, people spell it IE. So I'm used to people spelling it IE, but it's all good. No, I don't. I do know that Lunar New Year, because, my wife's Asian. One of my closest friends is Asian. So I do know about Lunar. My baby is half Asian. So I do know about Lunar, but not with the Bitcoin. Rand. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. We'll take a look. Silver and copper. Okay. Yeah. We covered silver a little bit yesterday, but we can take a quick look at them on the second half. But yeah, Bitcoin, monthly chart, 3-week chart, 2-week chart, weekly chart, all bearish. Daily chart continues to be oversold. The daily chart continues to be ultra bearish, but it's also sometimes when the magic happens. So similar to when it's overbought, sometimes when the magic happens and we have a magic wand up there. We never put one to the downside because most people are long. So probably could add like a different kind of emoji to it instead of a magic wand. Could be like the hammer, right? Hammer down. But we're getting in closer and closer to the 200-week moving average, which was the thesis when I posted the Wyckoff distribution on October 8th. It was a thesis when I posted the longer-term targets on October 10th, and it was in prices breaking down on the daily chart with a sell signal and below the turning dots and bearish divergence. And here we are. 72,300. It's happening fast. Woo! But we're going to get into the longer term targets. We're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into all of it, right? All of it. So, but stick around. We got a shout out to our one sponsor. We don't have a sponsor. Shout out to our affiliate where we don't get, we've never made $1 off affiliate money whatsoever. And our sponsor today is Market Sniper Pro. That's right. We have our own sponsorship. $49 a month includes everything. Go check it out. We're not going to spend too much time on it. You got all the features over here. I don't even know if this is updated, to be honest. Bots, we keep updating the portal. Keep updating it. Let's see. Screener. Yep. This has been updated already. So there's more functions. We don't even have time to update the website to like quote unquote sell it better. There's so many more plans and features, and updated the whole entire charting system. So it's better now. It's better. So, a little refresh, right? We had 8,700 stocks and crypto assets, but we're switching it over to get to the point of 20,000. So we had to take a step back to take 2 steps forward, right? We took a step back from 8,700 down to 4,100. We're just being honest. but that's to take 2 steps forward, um, and should be happening very soon. And then we should have, a lot more than 8,700. So I think the goal was 20,000. So the screener's getting better and better. Um, create a preset, add filters, RSI divergence, narrows it down to 360, RSI direction, rising, falling, flat, all that stuff. Uh, so there's a lot, right? There's a lot. Narrowed down to 126. You could add more. MACD divergence, narrowed down to 58, all that stuff. Our own charting system. This is not a TradingView Lite plugin. This is our own charting system. And you could add your own indicators, the Sniper MA. Yes, we still have the indicators and the trading bots on TradingView, but you can also, we recreated those on Python. And so we have Sniper RSI on here. We have the Sniper candles, Sniper targets, Sniper MA, and then we have Ichimoku cloud, gap detection. We have so much that we're building out on our own trading platform as well. But we still have a lot of ties with TradingView because, to be honest, we're still this is we're still using TradingView as a bridge. We're still using the Discord as a bridge, but we do have our own Market Sniper community building it out. We have recorded coaching, 70 plus hours. That's worth $79 a month anyways by itself, and everything is $49, right? Many people signed up for the $79 a month back in the day just for the recorded coaching. So now you get that too in the portal. Setups, community, and then, of course, AI coming soon. We already have it on the admin, but we just want to make sure everything is good so we don't have to keep going back and forth and all that stuff. So that's that. That's a little plug, Bear with me. Bitcoin last support in which yeah, I don't give financial advice, but there are targets below. We're going to cover them. London, UK, not so sexy news. What's up, Lawrence? Welcome back. Thank you for always helping me out on the X and YouTube platforms. We don't like to show it because there's like an infinite amount of possibilities, whether you're on lower time frames, higher time frames, swing trading, day trading, scalping. Are you on crypto? Are you on futures? Are you on stocks? Are you on, I haven't tried it, but it's options capability too, I believe. Maybe not. Possibly. So, and then the thing is, like, I was posting a lot of that in the Discord 2024, and I was showing success rates of the settings that I found on a different trading bot, and I had like 77 wins in a row, and thought we were all going to be billionaires. And back testing results plus live testing results does not equal future results. And so then the next month I had 5 losses, and the next month had 5 losses. And so I don't like showing the results, even if there was 77 wins in a row. I just don't like doing it. So I want to encourage people to find their own settings, and then share with the community, right? We've shared some ideas in the community, but I don't like to, show 77 wins in a row, get everyone hyped up, and then there's 5 losses, right? So I don't like to show it anymore. We kind of learned our lesson in 2024. I made money on the 77 wins, gave back a lot on 5 losses, but if people came into the trading bot and they missed the 77 wins, then they started off with 1, 2, 3, who knows, up to 5 losses. So, I don't like to show it. So it's better to kind of learn first, spend about a month finding settings with back testing results yourself, looking at what we are doing, and then at least a month back testing it on paper trading account, which you can do. And then if you feel comfortable with the settings you find, so this is not a get rich quick scheme. That's why it's only $49 a month, right? Consider it educational, right? The educational of going down the automated system. I have like 30 trading bots. We'll eventually roll them all out. We're just not hyper focused on it at this moment. But once we roll it all out, then I'm sure one of the community members, myself, or AI will help us find like the award-winning scenario, right? So I'm very optimistic about the future. Very optimistic about the future of the trading bot. So I just don't. I just, you know, I only let 10 people into the beta test trading bot when I was winning, when I had like 77 wins in a row. Or I think it was 77 wins. Maybe I'm getting confused. It was a lot, right? And I only let 10 people in out of like 200. There's a whole wait list. And, I carefully selected them based off of like, it wouldn't break them. It wouldn't break me, start off smaller. And so if they did lose, it wasn't the end of the world for them. They had money, right? So I didn't want anyone to come in who was on the wait list that didn't have a lot of money, to be honest, just to like make sure that they don't lose everything, right? So it was a small percentage of money that they lost compared to their entire net worth. So that's why I only let 10 people in out of all the people on the wait list. So maybe it didn't seem fair, but I kind of protected you from yourself, right? If you had a small account or a small net worth. But yeah, they're still around. The beta test group is still around. They believe in me, believe in us, believe in the products of that we're gonna figure out the trading bots one day. But I did make them all free to like recoup, some of their losses. So they're still around. They're using all the tools for free. I just thought that was fair, even though none of it's financial advice. Even though I said you could lose money, even though I put all the disclosures out, I made them free in 2025, so almost a year now. And so just try to make things right. Understood. It makes sense. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cool, cool, cool. So, but we have the indicators as well. And we have other tools, and we just haven't released it all. We got to make sure the bugs are good, all that stuff. So there we go. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom. Bitcoin continues to drop 72,200. It's a daily chart. Uh, right. Hit the same exact target. The two targets, it hit the same two targets from 2022. Bum, bum. This is like if you look at the higher time frame on the weekly chart, this is like the target for the bear flag, and this was like the target for the head and shoulders that I drew out. That I got some pushback on it, but I don't care. Got some pushback on the Wyckoff distribution experts. Don't care. I get pushback because I see things a little bit different, and sometimes I may draw something or discover something that you can't read in a book. So that's where we're at right now. Bitcoin is the lowest price that it's been, well, Bitcoin's the same price as it was March 2024. It's happening fast now, right? It battled for a long time. It battled, went through this whole topping pattern. Took a long time. And now it's we're in capitulation mode. So we do have these targets. I drew up the 3-month support, 6-month support. Uh, there's targets down at $40,000. So let's take a look at those. Weekly chart. We're into target 3, baby. Longer term target 3. We are in target 3. Breaking news yesterday. Breaking news yesterday. Longer term target 3 has been hit. Breaking news. Who would have thought when I drew this out on October 10th that this would happen? Did we think it was going to happen exactly like 2022? No, we did not. But there were a lot of similarities. So again, what if it slices all the way through target 3? Maybe the next week it bounces back up and then back tests it and then comes back down. And then see if we see a retest of the 200-week moving average February or March, maybe April, right? So it seems like it's ahead of schedule on the fractal, right? So, it's possible it comes down, consolidates for a few weeks, then comes down, but maybe not. Maybe we just slice right through it in February and March. So we'll see, but expecting bounces along the way. Woo! What's the trade? Just came in. Thanks. I'm not sure what you mean. Still think we're in for a bit of a bounce. Yeah, but when? Expect bounces. And in what time frame? Are you looking at the 5-minute chart, the 1-hour chart, the daily chart, this weekly chart? We just had the bounce on the weekly chart. So it was drop, bounce for a couple weeks, drop for 4 weeks, bounce for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 weeks, and now we're in the 3rd week again on the next drop. So daily, yeah. I mean, it's oversold. Yeah, Mighty Kirk. Yep. We'll cover it. 2,100 right now. Yep, most likely it's below the 200-week moving average already. So that's Bitcoin weekly chart. We have hit target 3. Breaking news yesterday. The magnet down the 200-week moving average. Also, longer term target 4 is down there. And then longer term target 5 we talked about was 2022. It's possible it happens again. It would also be 30% below the 200-week moving average, which was very similar to 2022. And of course, this blue line is showing January 2024, where HODL could come back all the way down and retest the all-time lows, possibly January 2024. So that's the same blue line, if you're wondering. So that's where we're at on that. Bitcoin futures, new small gap. Could always have another new small gap, and that would be very similar to the small gaps that we had over here at 35,000 and 28,000 that we had for targets on the breakout. So this breakout, January 2023, we had the $28,000 CME gap as one of the targets, and it hit it. Took a few weeks, took a couple months, but it hit it. Boom, boom. It's almost like an island top over here. Gap up, gap down. Same area. Crazy. Yep. So the daily chart, yeah, it's oversold, so it's possible. Could remain that way. ETH magnet Joan. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, we covered it, Larry. You're gonna have to go back. You're gonna have to go back. We started at 9:15, so 30 minutes ago. We've been covering it all. What is this? The daily chart. We had this drawn on the daily chart as well. Sell signal oversold on the daily chart, but can remain oversold, especially the stock market's also dropping. The indices, the NASDAQ, sell signal, buy, it was battling. Sell signal again yesterday. We talked about it yesterday. It was a pending sell signal. We said if we start seeing candle close back below this horizontal line, that's bearish, right? Back below this upward sloping trend line, that's bearish. And we had an arrow on it as well. Oop. Like that, right? And then the yellow is the Adam and Eve double top pattern. So it's breaking down. These targets are still valid. One target's been hit so far. Close below here, and the Adam and Eve double top pattern would take you down to like 2.5 targets or 3 targets. SP 500 sell signal as well. But we'll circle back to those. We'll circle back. I just want to show that Bitcoin dropping while the stock market is dropping as well. Bitcoin led the way to the downside. But I want to look at Bitcoin versus gold, right? Bitcoin versus gold continues to be continues to be bearish, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this could be the seventh month in a row Bitcoin versus gold drops. So you had 1, 2, 3 bearish months out of 5, pumped back up, and now this could be the 7th month in a row. The two things that I've been talking about and pointing out is the 200-week moving average downward sloping. That's not bullish. That's not bullish. That's bearish. That's not good. That's the first time it's ever happened in the history of Bitcoin versus gold. The other thing that's not bullish, which is still bearish, is that the monthly RSI is at 36. What is it at? Let's get this exactly. 36.24. That's the lowest it's ever been on Bitcoin versus gold. And the bottom might not happen until October 2026. Maybe, who knows? Maybe longer. Maybe I'm wrong. But it continues to go down. You can see from this bottom to this bottom, it was 48 months. From this bottom to this bottom, it was 47 months. From this bottom to possibly this bottom would be 46 months, right? It broke this 11-year RSI trend line. It did over here as well, but then regained it, right? It broke it and it's going downward. The EMA, the RSI EMA, has never gone below it before, right? Always maintained it. Always maintained it. It could be crossing it next month or the month after. That's not bullish. Just because it's the lowest it's ever been doesn't mean it's bullish. It just means it's the lowest it's ever been, and it could be more bearish. It's possible. Bitcoin versus the euro. Most people get mad when I show it, but it's more bearish because the dollar was crashing as well, but now the dollar is kind of flat, so Bitcoin's crashing harder against the dollar, right? We are at a 1.45 trillion market cap. When price retests the 200-week moving average, it will be a $1.15 trillion market cap. So keeping that in mind. XRP, We talked about it on the weekly chart. That's kind of like that confirmation line. You start getting weekly closes below it, and price is going to come back and retest the 200-week moving average. And it is. It's at $1.50 right now. Many thought the bottom was in. The local bottom was in, pumped all the way back up. Dead cat bounce. Retested the trailing dots in the weekly chart, and now is pushing all the way back down. So XRP, the top was in July 2025. Bearish divergence, right? ETH never made a new all-time high on a monthly close, did make a new all-time high on the lower time frames and a wick, but is back below the 200-week moving average, and the 200-week moving average has started to downward slope. That's not bullish. That doesn't mean Ethereum will never go to $7,000. That means Ethereum is not going to $7,000 when the talking heads say it's going to $7,000. Instead, it's like someone mentioned, who is it? Below $2,000 incoming. Who is Mighty Kirk? Instead, what if it comes all the way back down to $1,000? What if it comes all the way back down to 1,500? It's possible, right? 30% drop would be under 1,700. It comes all the way back here, 1,600, all the way back here, 1,100, all the way back here, 1,066. Possible. Look great. Doesn't look great. I mean, you probably got to put that on log though. If you're gonna draw trend lines long term, like that would be like the bulls are still saying, well, okay, they'll come back, retest that trend line. Okay, maybe, right? Let's put that white. But caution when the 200-week moving average is downward sloping. Never in the history of Ethereum has the 200-week moving average been downward sloping. Caution. So there's that. Boom, boom, boom. Hindsight, rocket ships here. Didn't quite get the rocket ships we wanted, but we got a couple rocket ships back in November of 2024. Chainlink, downward sloping 200-week moving average. Not good. Let's get off the log so I don't forget. Downward sloping 200-week moving average on Chainlink. Downward sloping 200-week moving average on Cardano. Not good. Algorand, H-bar, XLM, back below the 200. We talked about that. Near MicroStrategy, weekly chart, right? This was the 2021, 2022 fractal. Differences, but very, very similar. And here we are at $121. Remember, this target here, that's the 200-week moving average. This target here, let's see if we can see it a little bit better. What color should we make it? Yellow? Right? So that's based off of the Adam and Eve double top pattern. Adam and Eve double top pattern. Boom, boom, boom. Break that confirmation line. We talked about it over here, the Adam and Eve double top with a bearish engulfing candle. Put this target out, break this confirmation line, and we see MicroStrategy possibly all the way down to $81. There's a lot of smaller gaps down here, but those are all possible to get filled as well. And this is breaking down in real time. Will it happen today? Maybe not. Will it happen next week? Maybe not. next month, maybe, right? But we put this fractal out as well, so might be kind of hard to see, right? Yellow is kind of the brightest. So it's oversold. It's been oversold. It can remain oversold. MicroStrategy was and still is the canary in the coal mine. So at the top, when we're seeing Wyckoff distribution, we're seeing bearish divergence, we're seeing breakdowns at the top in October of 2025. Many were calling for $250,000 Bitcoin still. And I was saying, you still believe that when MicroStrategy is in a bear market and when MicroStrategy was at $350 breaking down in the weekly chart, you still believe we're going to go see $250,000, even though the canary in the coal mine is still breaking down? I was kind of mean, but I said, that's cute. That's cute. Caesar can actually call you a longtime market sniper, 1+ year in as a market sniper. Welcome back. Welcome back. I try to remember, but everyone's got like a different Discord name, X name, YouTube name. It's hard to keep everyone straight, but you reminded me that, and then I looked, and you've been there at least a year, right? Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Is that you? Is that you? So I don't know. I get everyone confused, but I know we have at least, to my knowledge, we have at least 2 Caesars. uh Maybe 3. We might have, I mean, to my knowledge, we have 2, if not 3. Yeah. Well, not all traders and investors are created equal, right? So we'll leave it at that. But they probably are just doing it for clicks, to be probably still doing it for clicks. So I learned that in 2022 when I'm showing charts that are actually playing out in real time, like this MicroStrategy. If someone posts a chart of Bitcoin going to $200,000 while we're in a bear market, it gets 5 to 10 times more clicks than posting a chart that's actually happening in real time, like this MicroStrategy. Maybe 10 MicroStrategy, like maybe 10, 15 times more clicks posting a bullish Bitcoin chart, and like 5 to 10 times more clicks posting a bullish Bitcoin chart going to 200,000 versus it going to retest the 200-week moving average, which my chart is accurate and their chart is just pure nonsense. And they probably know that. And I proved that in 2022. A lot of smaller accounts only posted up only charts, and they've double or tripled my follower account. So it's nothing new. It's been happening. But knowing that since 2022, my follower count would probably be at 200,000 if I only posted up only charts. But I don't care. I don't care. I have 72,400 snipers out there, and I'm going to always post what I see in the charts, right or wrong, bullish or bearish, whether I get the clicks or not. So whatever. I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. I don't get as many clicks, but I don't care. Thank you. Mighty Kirk. Thank you. Slow and steady, but accurate will win the race. We will win the long game, baby. That's what I believe. I've never taken $1 of affiliate money either. So, but we do have a $49 plan. So, MicroStrategy. What else? Let's switch over to. Dang, I wonder how iBit's doing with that short. Marathon Digital. Right? Hive, Hut. Expect bounces along the way. Expect those bounces to get sold off. Bitcoin miners. Bitcoin ETFs. Boom, boom, boom. SQQ had a buy signal. It was a pending buy signal yesterday. I warned everyone it's high risk. I wouldn't hold it long term. And most people shouldn't be doing it. It's usually just meant for intraday trading. There's times where you could catch a rocket, but I wouldn't hold it long. Good luck. However, the bounce is never got all the way up there on coin. We expect the bounces to be sold off, and it has back below the 200-week moving average. We'll come back to the metals. IBIT. Oh, who is it? Vinet that was on here, and we drew this out. I believe we drew this out for Vinet, who has puts. I don't. I'm jealous. I don't have IBIT puts. Oh, now I want them. Of course, in hindsight. A little bit late to the party. I was a little bit early. You're a little bit late. Yesterday probably would have been a good mix, right? But I shorted on Friday TQQQ and SP 500 futures. I was up, I was down, I'm back up. Unrealized gains don't mean anything yet, so I'll try to push the trades. But now up. So we covered it a lot on gold and silver yesterday. So we'll take a quick look, but I don't think we're going to spend too much time on it. I can't spend as much time today. I've got a lot coming on today. I'm behind. There's so much room down. Yeah, there is. We'll take a look at it. But Vinet, who was on the live stream, said he shorted IBIT. We mapped it out for him, and it's coming all the way down to this target. So be interesting if he checks in. He's probably up. I would say if this is a 21% move, he might be up like 2 to 5,000% right now. Vinet might be up 2 to 5,000%. I don't know. Depends on his strike price, depending on his he said October, so maybe not. It was out longer, like October. So maybe he's not up 2 to 5,000%, but massively higher than 21%, right? Because options is kind of like 100x, because you get 100 options, or you get 100 to 1 shares, right? But then there's like time decay, strike prices, however long you put it out. There's a lot to talk about. But let's switch over to Magnificent Seven. PLTR, talked about it, covered it. Bearish divergence, lower high. This was a question mark. Lower low, confirming the lower high, right? And this is longer term target 2. So longer term target 2, small gap. You got the 200-week moving average down here, $53.65, right? So longer term target 2. It's getting oversold on the daily chart. Could remain oversold, but it is breaking down right now. Expect bounces along the way. And TQQQ. So Friday, I took the short on TQQ. I bought puts. They're good till end of March. Probably won't hold them that long. There's a gap at 30. That one's partially filled. You get the 200 down here. So I probably won't roll the expiration dates. I'll probably lock in profits at some point. So took it based off of it was a pending sell signal on Friday. I don't love holding it over the weekend, but I did. I was up, I was down. I was down a little bit on Tuesday. I was up. and now I'm up, right? So I'm up on TQQQ, TQQQQQQ, puts, Tesla breaking down. We talked about it. Talked about it way back here. It looked like the Wyckoff distribution, similar to Bitcoin. Start breaking back below here. Higher probabilities. I did not short Tesla. Nvidia breaking down as well. I did not short Nvidia. I only have 2 shorts on. I don't like to have more than 2 or 3. You would love to know. Nice, 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 nice. Are you in the are you a market sniper? Are you in the are you a member? Are you a member? Are you a member? UNH came back, filled this gap. Google. Yeah, it's only $49. So used to be 79 and you got way less. Way less. And I keep getting arbitrage, right? $79 a month members who've been there 1, 2, 3 years keep arbitraging me for $49 a month instead of 79, and they get way more. But I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's $40 a month. I don't like that. Oh, that the first price to go higher is going to be the annual. The next move, probably in the near future, is that instead of saving 2 months, you're going to save 1 month, and then it's probably just going to disappear. I don't know. And one day I just wake up and I just decide, right? I've been saying that for 2 or 3 months. So this is your warning. Some point I'm going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it today. I got too much on my plate. I'm probably not going to do it tomorrow. I'm probably not going to do it tomorrow. But at some point, I'm going to wake up and the prices are going to be higher, and I'm not going to let you in for the lower price. But if you get in lower, you'll be grandfathered in. So I don't know when that time is going to be. I'm just being honest. NASDAQ 100. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. You probably. I don't think I'll do it by Monday. I think you'll be good. You'll be good. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But everything that we're at, the reason why is, the cost is increasing on me every month because I reinvest so much money back into the tools. So way too much, honestly. A lot of the money I get from subscriptions, I put back into building tools. And I have been since 2022. We didn't have any indicators in 2022 when people came on board. We have indicators. We have 30 plus trading bots that I've only released 2. We built our own dashboard. We're going to continue to build it out. Setups, screener is getting crazy. I'm going to be trying to build out my own, assuming I get my Mac Mini today, right? I'm going to be trying to build out my own AI agent that's one day is going to be incorporated into all of it. We have AI built in admin only as of right now. Already built in the screener, all that stuff. The recorded coaching is already there, all that stuff. So it's just a matter of time. But every API, every tool we add costs money, right? So I've got a lot of crazy ideas that we're going to be implementing in time. So you can get grandfather devices later. Even Claude says I should be charging $199 for what we have right now. I've researched it. People with a lot less tools and a lot less hit rates than I do charge $150 to $199. I've done the research. We're at $49 a month. It's not going to be there forever, trust me. So this is like a thank you to everyone for always taking a chance, always trusting the charts, always supporting me, all that stuff. This is the give back right now. I don't do Black Friday deals because I price it low, and then at some point I have to increase the prices. So that's NDX, futures, QQQ. Didn't even get as high as we thought, right? 200-week moving average, Amazon, pending sell signal, Amazon, Nasdaq Composite Index, pending sell on IWM, Russell 2000, same thing, but futures, SP 500. Shorted Friday. Didn't love holding it over the weekend. I was up. I was down. I'm back up. And there's a lot of potential. A lot of potential. So it just had a sell signal on that's that gap. I don't even want to put that on as a gap. That's too small. This is a tiny one too. There's two tiny gaps. Maybe SPX has a bigger gap. Bigger gap. Yeah, so I could have probably put those on. SPY, same deal, right? Starting to get into a topping pattern. Pending sell signal on SPY. SP 500. Dow Jones, dollar. Remember we talked about this down here? Actually, over here, could come down. However, the TA works out, could then maybe see a breakout from there. Netflix continues to get sold off. Microsoft hit 4 out of 4 targets and then some. Apple bouncing. Apple probably because Mac Mini sales are up. SMCI catching a bounce, right? So had the bullish divergence, possible higher low, and we said if it breaks out of that downward trend line, pending buy signal above the train dots, higher probability that we see a bounce in SMCI. Let's go back to let's cover gold real quick. We talked about this even as it was breaking down. We put out this fractal that it's still potentially buy the dip scenario, similar to over here. Maybe it puts in bearish divergence and goes through a topping pattern, right? So we put out this fractal that down, we put it out before over here. So down, and then we'll see how it unfolds because the higher time frames are still ultra bullish. So we'll see if it puts in some sort of topping pattern. Silver, a little bit different. That was a massive, massive drop. So there was already bearish divergence. So see if it puts in a lower high. But silver looks different. Gold didn't have the bearish divergence. So it's possible gold still rebounds. It's possible silver still rebounds. It's still ultra bullish on the monthly chart. So 2-week chart, very wicky. Weekly chart, bearish engulfing candle on the weekly chart. That's not good. Bearish divergence on the weekly chart, right? So maybe it bounced short term, but the top could be in on silver. Gold looks a little bit different, but a huge wick to the upside. So it's caution, right? Like me personally, I wouldn't be shorting it because it just doesn't look decisive, right? It's might go through a topping pattern, which I don't want to get chopped up in a topping pattern. So I'm out. I'm not in it. I'm not shorting it. I don't have any plans to. People are asking about other metals. We got some other metals. They're going to look similar. Platinum, right? Is it still buy the dip season? Still possibly buy the dip season, right? So, but bearish divergence, got a correction, got a pullback, and said if you see a pullback, you know, however the pullback plays out, however the price action plays out, uh, it may take some time, right? It may take some time. And that's the trending dots as an example. So, trending dots. Palladium, similar thoughts. Uranium, pending sell signal, right? If you're in a long position, at what point do you lock in profits? Buy low, sell into FOMO, right? Copper, they're all looking the same. So if gold, silver, all the metals start going down, could be a longer correction or topping pattern. One of the two, right? It's like it's pretty close to 50-50 right now. Of course, based off of the daily chart, looks like a bigger correction. Doesn't mean it couldn't rebound. So you're not hearing like huge confidence in me on it yet, one way or the other. However, the VIX is spiking hard on the daily chart. The VIX is bullish on the weekly chart. That's not good for the markets unless you're short. It's back above the 200-week moving average at $21. It's a raised level. Anytime you're over the 200-week moving average at like $18, $19, that's not good for the markets. 2-week chart, pending buy signal. 3-week chart, pending buy signal, right? Probably going to get a spike higher. Buy signal on the monthly chart. The time frames are lined up for a spike on VIX. It's up 17% today. It's a wild animal. It's wild. I've made money on the VIX, but you wouldn't want to be in that position very long, right? It's like catching lightning in a bottle. Lightning in a bottle. Lightning in a bottle. You don't want to hold it too long. Definitely don't want to be chasing it now. Soon, as hard as it pumps, it dumps even harder, right? AGQ just got crushed. 71%. So it's possible the top is in. Silver futures doesn't look great. US oil seems like it wants to retest the 200. It hasn't retested it since January 2025. Weekly chart had a buy signal. 3-week chart, not yet. 2-week chart had a buy signal. Still in the downward sloping 200. I don't love that, but could retest it, could flip it. We don't know. That's about it there. But let's do some of the chart requests. I think we covered a lot though. Yep, took a look at it. Yep, we didn't spend a lot of time, but it's bearish. It's back below the 200-week moving average. It's ultra bearish on the daily chart. USD ZAR. USD. Possibility for some upward price action just to make new lows. All right. South African. Got it. Okay. Hopefully this is the right one. Ultra bearish. Ultra bearish. Wow. Yeah. It's possible on the daily chart, it could get back above the trending dots. It's been really bearish. It's possible it gets back above and has a buy signal and all of that. It's well below the 200-week moving average, or at least it looks like it is on the chart, right? But it is below the 200. Don't love that. The weekly chart is ultra bearish, aka oversold, and could remain that way. 2-week chart is ultra bearish. 3-week chart is ultra bearish. Monthly chart is bearish. So is that the bottom? Maybe, but probably more of like a local bottom or a bounce. Not even close to a local bottom yet, but uh, maybe a bounce. Yeah, it could be, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So um if you're buying, it's a definitely a counter trade as of now. And if it's gonna go through like a bottoming phase, I don't know. This is just such a bad downtrend, right? It's unless you were shorting it, then it would be a good downtrend. But it's just downtrend after downtrend after downtrend. You know, you know. Um, so if this was going to be a bottom, or if this was going to be a bottoming phase, which could take a while because the higher time frames are really bearish, you know, come all the way back down like this, right? Start putting in bullish divergence. Bullish divergence. I mean, it could just take forever, right? And then maybe starts putting in a higher low. So it's going to take a while for the ship to get turned around, I think. So that's the optimistic view. So that's not good. that's the optimistic view. Oh boy. Right. Uh there's certain times where you're like, I'm not shorting that. There's certain times when you're like, I'm not buying that dip, you know. There's certain times it just takes time. I'd rather buy with momentum, right? Even this, the monthly charts could still be bearish, right? And even this, you know, comes back up, retrace, and comes back down. And you just, it's like, how much time do you spend on it? Like 5, 6 months just to get that bounce, right? Just to get a 5% bounce or whatever it is. And then just have it like dump back down 13, 15%. So it's like similar to over here. It's like, how much time do you spend for this quick couple day bounce and then just shatters? How much time do you spend just for this bounce? Comes down, right? So I don't know. It, for buying, it doesn't look interesting to me. Nice, nice, my man. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't. Good luck. um, bum, bum. Just try to stay neutral. That's what I say. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so I covered that one. I'm just scrolling back up, make sure I didn't miss any. Silver, copper. Uh, what else? TQQ covered it. Is that it? Oh, I guess that's it. Was that the only request besides ones I already covered that were on the watch list? Oh, I guess so. Let's see. Let's go back up. Where are we at? 72,000. Oh, the bottom is in again. Right? The bottom is in. The bottom is in. The bottom is in. The bottom is definitely in. The bottom is definitely in. The bottom is definitely in. And here we are. So you got it. Mike G in the house. What's up, Mike G? All the way from Australia, the land down under. uh Long time Marcus Cyber. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's on the radar for Mike G? Mike G went against Mike G was a hodler for Bitcoin, and it went against every fiber. And when with the help of his buddy Dan and me just telling him how it is, Mike G decided to sell Bitcoin above $100,000. Mike G then took money and took gains and bought Tesla over here and sold up here at like 450. Huge swing trade for Mike G. Mike G didn't stop there. Mike G went over to silver and said, I'm buying the dip on silver. Mike G sold silver at 94 and locked in additional profits. 3 trades in a row of nailing it. But if Mike G has gone through all of the coaching, which I don't think he has, because it's 70 plus hours, I talk about it a lot on the recorded coaching videos that we covered. One of the snipers who was on the live coaching that I recorded, I kept saying, I'm like, he was on a win streak. And I kept saying, hey, you're on the 9th win streak. The next loss is around the corner. And not because the system changed, it's because you start cutting corners. You start getting overconfident. You start making a lot of money. You start thinking bigger. I could go bigger. I can make more. And that's where the greed comes in. And you start cutting corners. And then your next loss is so big that you have a major setback. And being 100% honest, that sniper came back to me. He was on a hot streak. Came back to me, said he started watching some other guy and went big and gave back a lot of all the work that he's done. He gave it all back. Not all of it. He definitely didn't give it all back. He gave back a lot of it, like a disheartening amount. I don't know. I can't remember who he was following. I don't even care. But he started following someone else like 2024, 2025, whatever it was, and got wrecked. So, sometimes I sound cautious. Sometimes I sound like only bet lunch money, all that stuff. But you know, the next loss is around the corner, and I kept doubling down in 2007 with fix and flips, real estate, mortgages, all that stuff in my 20s. I always take some wins out of the trading account. Always. If you make $1,000, take 500 out of the trading account. That's what I say. Not financial advice, but this is what I do. If you make $10,000, take $5,000 out. I don't care what you do with it. You buy physical assets. Buy your wife something nice, right? We had two young brothers in the live coaching crew. They're killers as well. The Swiss crew, and I kept telling them they're more like wanting to do day trading. I kept telling them, buy your mom something nice. Buy your mom something nice. Take some of the profits out. Buy your mom something nice. Buy your mom, and they said they listened. So took the SP short and waiting for metals. Oh, okay. Did you take a future short? Did you short SPY? Did you do options? What did you do? What did you do? I mean, I'm curious. What day did you take it? Of course, I've done the coaching, done many of the videos multiple times. Great watching. Whether I listen to them all is another thing. There's no way you listen to them all, but if you got the core ones, I think the first 20 videos, so you're looking at 20 to 30 hours, is the core. But I truly believe the other 50 videos, the other 50 plus hours, you pick up a nugget here or there. It solidifies the mindset. You're programming yourself to be a sniper. You're programming. You're watching real trades of me analyzing the snipers trading in real life. And something else sparks me to show them something else, right? The first 20 are definitely the most important. So first 8 are the most important. Top 10, first 10, 20 for sure. And then I would say I did the work. I recorded 78 or 77 recorded coaching videos. I spent the time coaching the live coaching crew. So if I can do it and they did it, and many others after them have watched the recorded coaching videos, then you can do it, right? So it'd be harder for me now with a 19-month-old, that's for sure. Yeah. No, not elaborate, but I did show the chart briefly, and I did, back here on the sell signal, we were talking about a consolidation, right? And it got dropped all the way to 95.37. So however the price action, we drew it from back here, right? So however the price action plays out, we don't know exactly. But if it does consolidate more time wise and breaks out, maybe comes back down here, then that's kind of how I see it playing out. But I don't have any elaborate. I just have some doodling. Okay. Yep. That's pretty close. Pretty close to what I have. I think the next expiration was like a couple months after March. So that's why I picked March as well. But give me some breathing room. My strike price was closer to the money. But that's, what is it now? It's probably pretty close to the money. So once it, if it starts flushing faster below 47, then that's probably see a bigger move down. Yeah, I'm definitely in the money now. So it was in the 50s. One of the strike prices, 50. What was it? I don't remember. It was closer to the money though. So if I was taking around 54 54.55. What was it? What was it on Friday? 54.55. It was closer to the money. So whatever the strike price was, so it's definitely in the money. What is it? I could look it up. Don't nah. It's unrealized gains. Let's not look it up yet. Futures. Okay. Nice. Did you go Big Daddy S&P 500 futures? Of course you did. Why am I even asking? Or did you go micro SP 500? You went Big Daddy SP 500 futures for sure. I know Mike G. I know Mike G. Mike G is going big. I know it. Yeah, June puts suck. Yeah. That's why I did not go June. I looked. I was like, is there an April maybe? There was no April or May. I meant I have watched them all, but made my own. Oh, you watched them all? Well, it takes time. And Mike G is very similar to me. Sometimes we have to learn the hard way for it to really hit home, right? And at some point, you just make a decision, and you're like, especially with someone like Mike G, who's similar to myself, where Mike G is a business owner. Mike G is. I've never met him in person because he lives too far away. But if you're ever in the U.S., definitely hit me up. You and Dan and whoever else in Australia. There's another. I don't know if you. I don't think you know the other one, but Jesse Ham, Australian, longtime market sniper. Grant. He also does real estate in Australia. Long time market sniper since 2022. Right. Be awesome to meet the whole Australian crew. It's like I feel like I know you guys, but I don't. But it just seems like we would have a good time. And if you're similar to me, where you're kind of like you're the decision, you make big decisions in business, probably, family. Of course, the wife is making major decisions too, but as far as like financial part of it, all that stuff. Oh, okay. Wow, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Yeah, you went big on silver, so that's why I automatically thought, but hey, that's cool, that's cool. You won't have any emotions then. If you went 1 micro, you won't have any emotions. Uh, cool. Then you could probably push the trade longer maybe. But, there you go, there you go. Good job, good job. Actually, I'm more proud that you did the 1 micro, the 1 mini. Oh, 1 mini. Oh, not micro. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I called it. I called it. I don't know. I got confused. Not the micro mini. You went mini. Yeah, for sure. I called it. I called it. I called it. I called it. I was like, there's no way. I was surprised that you said that I thought it was micro. There's no way. Okay, 1 mini though. All right. I can live with that. I can live with that. One mini. There you go. So, all right, we'll see how it goes. Good luck, my man. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. I'm pulling for you because that means I'm pulling for me. I'm pulling for you. I'm pulling for you. So that's the TQQs, the futures. TQQ, it's a lot cheaper to go in with like a put than like say probably the QQQs or stuff like that. And it's a 3x bull ETF. So when it drops, it would be kind of like AGQ of silver. So when silver dropped like 30% on futures, AGQ is a 2x bull ETF, and that dropped 71%. So that was my other reasoning for TQQQ versus the QQQs. It's cheaper. It's leveraging more, and it was a bull 3x leverage, bullish leverage. So you're shorting that. It should drop more, right? It should drop more. So that's why all options do. And normally you wouldn't want to hold it long term even if you're buying TQQ ETF, they're really meant for intraday trading, to be honest. Any leverage ETFs are more for intraday, but there are times you can catch lightning in a bottle. And this might be one of those times, but maybe not. So right now, it's already starting to chase. If you get in now at 49 or whatever, I think you're late. I think you're late to the party. So boom, boom, boom. So yeah, that's about it. I think we're gonna call it here. 73,000. Oh, bounce, baby, bounce. Bounce, baby, bounce. But the momentum is to the downside. Expect bounces to get sold off. Expect relief rallies, even if they're only 21.5%, 21%, wick to wick. Expect them to get sold off. And it did. And it did. So, and we drew this out originally to 72,000. Here we are at 72,000. Probably have to redraw a new one. Let the trending dots catch up. It's eventually as well, right? So let the trending dots catch up. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Bounce, baby, bounce. 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 A lot of trap bulls hoping for that $100,000 bounce. Many trap bulls were hoping for 105. Many were hoping for 108. I said I don't think we get up that high. Many were hoping for $110,000 bounce. I don't think we got up that. We were going to get up that high. I did think we were going to hit this target box. I truly did. There was two. We could have even spiked above it when I talked about it. There was two market sniper targets that were hit from 2022. It was drawn out in that box. Both of them were hit. Binance, only one of them was hit, but all the other exchanges were hit. And then it started to roll back over. And we were there for it the whole entire time. With that, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will see you on the next live stream. Thank you for all of your support over the years. Thank you for all of your support on the live streams, and we will see you on the next one. Adios. Adios.